This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
What up, though? It's the word. I am your reality coach, and this right here, hey, this is a heavy dose of reality, man. Hey, shout out to the chat, man. Real is one in the building. What up, brother? I hope you can hear me all right. I'm working with this iPhone mic. See how this work out. But yeah, I wanted to stop in and talk about fatherhood. Um, I hope hopefully this can motivate, inspire, and encourage someone because being a parent ain't easy, man. That's one of the toughest jobs on the planet. You're responsible for another life, and there's no manual, right? There's no right way to do it. No one created something um, where it states this is how you do it. And the reality is this, man. I just had my second kid. My daughter is one. These kids different, man. Like, so what I did with the first one, I'm thinking I got it. Oh yeah, I know what to do. Nah, it's something totally different. Just like us as individuals, these kids different too. They need to be loved differently. You have to teach them differently. And just learning all this. I thought I had it. I thought I understood everything, right? Because like growing up, I helped raise my sister. I dated women who had small kids, and I'm helping them. And I'm thinking like, okay, I got this. I didn't have my kids until I was in my late 30s, 36 when I first had my first, my son. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I've been there, done that. I know what to expect. It's different, man. It's different, especially, I can't speak for the women, but like me as a man, right? Helping raising kids, helping with my siblings, and then when I had my own, it hit a little different because I'm looking at my son now, like this is my legacy. Like this is my seed. This is me going forward. You know, so it's different. And then, the way I came up as a kid. I'm looking at things. Why can't I have this? Why can't we do this? Or why does this have to be this way? But now, as a parent, looking back, I understand, and I appreciate and I'm grateful. My parents did the best they can, and now I'm in that position and I see how hard it is. Looking on the outside in, it's easy to say, do this or do that. But when you actually got to do it, under your circumstances, under the conditions you in, it hit different. So hopefully this can inspire some people because just now in today's age, right, we see how things going, and it's difficult. And I can only imagine back in the day, right, when a single parent, like my mom wasn't even a single parent, but it felt like she was, you know, and she did the best she could with me. She did the best she could. Nothing that she did should have had me go out to the street. Nothing. You know, she did everything the right way, gave me everything to try to prevent me to do it, and I did it anyway. So as a parent, no matter what you do, you can do everything right. You know, it's still up to that kid, man. Still up to the kid. You know, and I know that's hard sometimes to understand. Young Riaz, what up, though? Appreciate you. Your guidance there will be great. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And then, like what I'm saying now, right? I know, like my mother did everything humanly possible to give me the best life, give me the best opportunity. She did everything humanly possible, and I still did what I want to do. You know, so that's in the back of my mind too. You know, no matter what I do, I can give him all the tools. I can give him all the knowledge, the information. It's still up to him to do it. You know, it's still up to him. And thinking of myself, you know, as a young man, as an older man now, you know, I still had to find my own way. You know, experience. You know, life. Kids will have to experience life. You know, and I'm coming to the understanding, like, look, you just do everything. Just give him all the tools. Just give him everything, and then just leave it up to him. You know, trust that you did the best you can do, and then make the best decisions because you gave him not only the opportunity, the knowledge, the wisdom, but you there for him. You know, writers, prophet, what up, brother? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Nicole, Nicole, appreciate you, sis. Yeah, because you know I know it's hard out here, man. It's not easy, and like I said, people's circumstances is different. Like when it come to kids, man, it ain't a one size fit all. It's not that. We can theoretically have an idea of what we want to do or how we want to do it, but ultimately, it's different for different people. You know, people got different circumstances under different conditions. You know, so me personally after becoming a parent, like having my own kids, seeing, living it, experiencing how hard it is. One thing I said I ain't gonna never do, I ain't gonna never shame nobody as a parent because I don't know what they gotta go through. I don't know what conditions they in, you know. So if I can just share my personal experience and hopefully it resonate with someone, right? Because as a kid, man, my stepdaddy beat the crap out of me, right? And I came, my grandmother raised me for the first 9 years, so I had like the old school butt whoopers where you had to go pick out your own switch and stuff like that. You getting hit with Hot Wheel tracks, whatever was available, and you did something, that's what you got popped with. You know, I grew up from that age, so growing up, like my kids growing up now, discipline is a little different. You know, I ain't beating the fear of God into them. You know, I'm talking to them. Yeah, I yell at him. I ain't gonna lie, you know. But my son hard headed. I got to raise my voice at him, and I hate doing that. You know, and even then, I explain to him, look, Daddy don't like doing that. But when you do this, Daddy got to do it because Daddy don't want you to hurt yourself. You know, when I was younger, I didn't. I got explained to, but I didn't. I'm doing it a bit different. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that work, it got me aligned. I understand, but I'm not doing it. I do a little bit of it, but you can't just do it like that all the time. It can't. If it worked back in the day, right? If something worked, but you seen the effects of it, just take what from it worked. Take the good parts from it and leave the bad. You know, we can't do stuff like it was done back in the day. All that stuff wasn't right, man. You know, but then you still got to enforce some of them old school rules because nowadays people trying to be friends with their kids. I can't be no friend with my kid. I'm a parent. I got a job to do. You know, we have jobs as parents. We do have to be parents. You know, but we can't like me being a parent that come with having an open relationship with my kids where they're not afraid to come talk to me. You know, my kid's still young, so I haven't experienced that part yet, so I can't speak on it. But right now, I'm developing. You know, I tell my son, you don't get in trouble for doing stuff. You get in trouble for trying to cover it up, for lying. That's what you get in trouble for. If you do something, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna fix it. But if you lie, then you're in trouble. So that's how I'm approaching it with my son. Cat Daddy, what up, though? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I didn't miss nobody else, did I? I got Nicole and Ryder. Yeah, so that's the approach I'm taking with my son. Like you'll get in trouble for doing things. You get in trouble for trying to cover it up, for lying about doing it. You might get a punishment. You might get a timeout for doing something wrong. But if you lie, there's consequences behind it. So I'm trying to teach that to them in a young age. Like, don't lie, dude. No matter what you do, don't lie. Just be truthful. We'll fix it. We'll figure it out. That's what I'm instilling in them now. So just learning some of from the mistakes that my parents made. They did the best that they can do, but I can still learn from it. I can take the good and use that, and take the bad and eliminate it. But the biggest lesson I learned thus far, and like I said, I still got is my kids young, 4 and 1. But it ain't the same between my son and daughter. They both different. They need different type of attention, different type of love. So it's not the fact that I love them. It's the fact that I gotta love them different. That's what I'm learning, and I heard that so many times, and I understood it, but now I got overstanding of it. All kids are different. They gonna learn different. They gonna understand things different. They gonna go about things different. And me as a parent, my job is to understand my kids so I can guide them properly because I want to nurture them. I don't want to hinder their growth. I'm not gonna take their imagination away. Take their creativity away. I'm gonna encourage that, and they different, so they do different things. So I gotta do it. I gotta show them love different ways. It's just different. Let me get into the chat real quick. Just call you E. Okay, I apologize. We'll just call you E. Appreciate you, E. But yeah, just remember that, because I look at things and I suggest things. I give people advice, but I ain't about to tell nobody. Like I never did, but it's hard out here. It's easy to say, pay attention to your kid, do this, do that, but you don't know the circumstances, you don't understand what's involved, and when you don't have to understand it, sometimes advice it can almost feel like you shame, especially as a parent. Like we sensitive, about our kids. My son, right? We got to take him to speech class. People telling me, "Oh, you should have had him talking when it's like you don't know his circumstance." My son got a high palate, but my son understands 2 different languages and he can speak a little bit of both. So I mean, he more advanced than the average kid. Average kid only learning one language. He understands two. So yeah, he might can't talk clear as day right now, but guess what? His comprehension level is off the roof. Like the lady just said today, like I don't even know how he understand. Like she was asking him to draw a heart, and he showed her in his chest, and then was making a sound, boop 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 boop. She like, how you know that? Like, oh, Daddy do anatomy. Like he study with me. Like he be right on my lap. He know exactly where his heart is. That's not how the heart look. He telling her like, no, that's not how it look. He know how my son know how the heart looks. So I mean, is what he lack in one area, oh he excel in other areas. My son is a mechanical genius. A screwdriver, he'll take the house apart. King Miller, what up though? Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. So, circumstances different. Like my daughter already saying 10 words. She talking clearer than my son. So I mean, all kids are different. They are bad, just like us. Some of us get it early, some of us get it late. Same thing for the kids, man. Sometimes they catch them early, sometimes they catch them late. But I just wanted to give a little encouragement because it's not easy out here, especially as a parent nowadays. I was just sitting back thinking, like back in the day, I used to wonder why I couldn't get this or why I couldn't get that or why I couldn't do this, why I couldn't do that. Now as a parent, I'm like because you gotta work, you gotta pay bills, You got to make sure there's a roof over their head, food in their stomach, any extra stuff. The car might break down, you might have to get something fixed on the house. So you ain't got money around that time, but you get it later. I notice, okay, certain times I get more stuff, certain times I get less stuff. Being a parent, having that responsibility for a life, not only having a responsibility for a life, but developing, having a responsibility to develop. And hopefully you can do the best and the child can turn out to be something. That's hard. That's a lot of pressure, day in and day out. I didn't, like I said, I helped raise my brothers and my sister. Well, my sister's not my brother. But I dated, you dating people. Like, girl I dated had a 2-year old, and I was in that child life for 2 years. I thought I understood, at least had a general understanding. This is how it's supposed to be. Nah, man. Come on, Nana. Until I had my son, and then even the way I looked at it, like it's a responsibility, right? It's a responsibility. And shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to all the mothers. But I wanna say something to the fathers. I know this will resonate with you because as a man, right? When I had my son, I'm looking at him like this is my future, man. Like this is my legacy. I don't know. I never had that feeling until I held him, and I realized like this is like eternal life almost. Like this my bloodline. Like my baby boy. That's like I love my daughter. I love my kids. Period. But your first kid, the first time, it's like holding them, looking like I still can't explain it with words. That feeling I had. And all you want to do is protect it. And you want it to be the greatest thing. I want my son to be the president of the United States. You want him to be the greatest thing on the planet. That's all you want for him. And then they start running around and drawing on the wall and punching holes in the wall. You like, oh, bro, chill out, man. This ain't what I was thinking. You supposed to be creating stuff, not tearing my house down. He done broke 2 of my laptops and broke TVs. Like, oh man, bro. so, but yeah, man, it hit different, man. It hit a lot different. But it's one of the greatest films in the world, man. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, And I look forward to further experiences. I can't wait to watch my kids play sports. Go to plays, whatever school events they. I can't wait to do that. You know. So you excited, and then you worried at the same time because like I am, man. If you see the dynamic, I am more like if something happened to my kids, like they fall or something, it ain't the wife that's running. Oh, babe, it's me. I'm grabbing them like, you okay? I'm searching them, making sure, hey, man, let my kids get sick or something. I'm going crazy. Alvin, what up, though? Appreciate you. Atmosphere, what up, though? Hey, each in the building, y'all. What up, sis? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was just telling them like how great and how crazy and how scary and how wonderful and how exciting it is to be a parent, man. And I'm still, and when my baby girl came, oh man, I ain't want nobody touching her. Like, don't look at her. Like, oh man, I'm 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 one of them parents. Like, yeah, if something happened, I will fight my son over my daughter. Don't touch my baby girl. Like, I'm uber protective. Like, and like I say, I'm always a protective person, but it just hit different, man. When I was holding them things, like I call them thing one and thing two, but when I was holding them, I'm like, man, this made me want to be great. It made me want to be the best, not only that I can be. It made me look at life different. It made me appreciate it more. I just want to be the best version of myself for them. I want to take care of myself so I can be here for them. You know, kids can make you a better person. They can do that. They can inspire you to do greater things. They can. That's a huge possibility. I know with me it is. it keep me out of trouble too. It keep me from being impulsive, you know, having that responsibility, knowing that I'm responsible for feeding them. I'm responsible for keeping a roof over their head. You know, me and my wife. When I say me, you know, I mean us. But I'm just talking about me. But I'm responsible for that. So I can't be reckless. You know, that's what it did for me. I can't say what it do for anybody else, but for me, it made me more responsible, more accountable. You know, like I said, I didn't. I know people looked up to me, but until I had my son, now I'm intentionally. Yeah, I am a role model, and that's how I carry myself. You know, I am a role model. I am someone that he's gonna look up to. I'm someone that he mimics. So I have to be responsible for that. You know, no matter where I'm at. If I'm on here, if I'm off here, that's just what I gotta do. Did I miss anybody else? That's in my do atmosphere. Miss Rashida, what up though? Appreciate you, sis. Yeah, it just hit different. You know, it just hit different. But I just wanted to share that. I ain't gonna keep it too long. I think Miss V about to go live. Um, but yeah, at that, I just wanted to encourage and inspire because look, man, it's not easy being a parent. You know, and a lot of times, like people give advice and people, you know, talk about parenting. You know, I can only talk from my experience, and I know how hard it is for me. You know, I'm not even like taking in consideration my condition. You know what I'm saying? That just make it even hard. But that's not an excuse to, you know, still make sure and be a great parent. If I can see or not, I still have a responsibility. You know, but just it's not easy, man. And so we gotta encourage one another. You know, it's easy to say something from the outside, but it's hard to real. I mean, it's hard to experience on the inside. Dominique in here, what up, Blue? And I'm pretty sure any parent, you know, we doing our best, right? We doing our best with what we got. 'Cause you know, going back looking at my mom, man, she was so amazing, man. Yeah, she was married and still moved like a single parent because she had to. She had to feed us, she had to clothe us, she had to work. She made sure we was good on her homework, and she still had to take care of herself. And she had a spouse that wasn't crap, didn't do nothing. When I got old enough, I started helping her out, taking my sisters to school, helping them with their homework so she can rest some more. You know, so I mean, it is not easy. You know, it's already hard. You know, we speak in life, man. It's easy to say, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. But it's hard to do when you got to do it. Everybody's circumstances is different. Some of us are blessed, but some of us are using the cards life gave us, and we doing damn good with it. Doing damn good with it. Shout out to all the single mothers out there, man. You know, I don't think people give y'all enough recognition because it's hard to do raise a kid, boy or girl, without a man in the house. You know, it's hard to do that, but women do it. You know, my mom did it with a man. She did it. Imagine doing it with somebody, a negative influence, somebody who doing all the wrong things, man, and trying to keep your son straight. You know, if it was just my mom, I probably wouldn't have went to the street. You know, so imagine doing that. So shout out to all the single mothers. You know, and if any advice I can give you, look, women can raise men. Just put them around a male influence. Just put them around a positive male influence, and you can do that different ways. Sports, you know, if you religious, you know, boys and girls club, give them a hobby. I always suggest boxing or some type of jujitsu. You know, put them around that. But women can raise men too. So people say women can't raise men. That's not true. Hood TMZ, 'cause they do it every day. They do it every day, man. They just go viral in here. Miss V, what up? Frugal Mama, what up? Yeah, I ain't gonna stay too long because I know Miss V on. I just wanted to pop in and say that. But Miss V is about to pop on. So if y'all don't mind, I don't know what channel she on. I just seen the I just seen a reminder that said 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna go check out Miss V. But yeah, to single mamas, single daddies, to all the parents in general, man, salute. You doing y'all thing. You know, it's hard out here. I know that, but you got this. Man. We got this. You know, it's one day at a time. You know, have good intention, show them the right thing, and that's all we can do. Because at the end of the day, they got to find their own way too. Only thing we can do is supply them with the tools, give them the information. That's ultimately all we can do. You know, we can't live their life on 'em, but we can prepare them. You know, and we doing the best we can, and we gonna do better. We doing better. You know, I'm learning as I go. You know, what work for my son, that don't work with my daughter. She a totally different beast. Baby girl is a total different beast. My son is so like affectionate and loving and caring. My daughter is like, nah, get away from me. My daughter do not deal with people. She does not like being around people. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Lisa J in the building. What up, Lisa J? Didn't go vampire mode today. I was on last night, atmosphere. Yeah, I was on last night, bro. You know, I got to do my. I tried to go to the daytime, but you know, the people want me at night, man. I got to get the people what they want. I got to get the people what they want, man. But yeah, man. I just want to inspire because you know I see y'all on social media. I see people in real life, man. Um, Single parents, man. Y'all got it hard, but y'all doing a phenomenal job. I promise you. The ones that I see, shout out to Blue, shout out to Tay Eats, man. Y'all some strong women, setting strong examples, you know. And y'all doing y'all thing, man. And y'all need y'all flowers. If I missed any other parents out there, shout out to y'all, man, because it's not easy, man. It's really not. It's hard, you know. Shout out to Lisa J. I believe Lisa J got a daughter. You know, shout out to all the parents. If you're a single parent, if you're married, hey man, being a parent is one of the greatest things, one of the greatest blessings, and one of the scariest things too. And mine's still little. I can't imagine when they turn teenagers and start driving and want to go out and all that stuff. I still got mine in the bubble, and it's hard then trying not to let the outside world influence, you know. So that's another journey that I gotta take. And like I said, it's no instruction manual. It's gonna be different, different circumstances that we could say, hey, do this, do that. But at the end of the day, we can only do the best we can do. You know, that's all we can do. You know, and it's still up to the child. Like I said, my mom did a phenomenal job. Gave me everything I ever wanted, but I still did it. You know, I still went out to the street, you know, but everything that she instilled in me, it kept me from crossing lines. You know, I was able to come back. I don't have a record. I mean, I got myself together. I can imagine if she didn't give me, and she loved me throughout the whole ordeal. No matter what I did, good or bad, she loved me. You know, and she reminded me, I ain't raised you like this. She reminded me, but she loved me. You know, so I'm blessed, man. I hear stories where people ain't do the stupid stuff I did, and their parents still didn't love me. You know, so I know I'm truly blessed. So I don't take that for granted. Um, and like I said, she did the best. So I'm keeping that in mind, and that's a tough pill to swallow. You know, I can do everything the right way, and my child can still decide to do whatever they want the wrong way. You know, that's a tough pill to swallow, but that's not gonna stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do. I still, no matter if he use it or not, I still gotta put it in him. You know, I still gotta nurture him. I still gotta teach him, and then just leave it in his hands. You know, but at least I'm gonna be there to give it to him. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna get over to Ms. V. I don't know if any of the mods can drop Ms. V link. I think she on her crime channel. I don't have her crime channel in the there you go. Teddy dropped it. Yeah. Is she talking about that Joel Osteen incident that happened? So we going over there next. So I appreciate y'all. So true because words don't teach them kids experience do. Yes, yes. And that's why I sit back, Blue, I'm telling you, I mean, it's like even when I was mentoring, I used to tell parents like, look, just try this or do that. And they'd be like, I can't. And I'd be like, man, you ain't trying. And then I get put in a position to be a parent and I'd be like, oh, that's why. Yeah, life ain't that easy. It's easy to say do X, Y, and Z, but like I said, you don't know people's story. You don't know their circumstances. You don't know the child's circumstance. You don't know what the child dealing with. So I mean, like I said, I want to speak life into people. If I can give advice or not even advice, but tools, right? Like I said, if you got young man and you don't have and they father not right there in their life to get that experience, us as fathers, we here for structure and discipline. That's why I always tell women, like, hey, put them in like boxing or Brazilian jiu-jitsu or jiu-jitsu or some type of, because that's going to give them structure. It's going to build confidence too. As men, we need well, part of making us men is being able to protect. And growing up as a little boy, I promise you this, especially in the hood, the confidence that I had that I know I can handle myself with my hands. Like no one can just physically do. That gave me confidence. And I see these young men now, right? A lot of them don't have that confidence because they missing that. If your dad ain't teaching you how to fight or box, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to handle yourself. There's bullies out here, man. But a kid to know how to handle themselves, they ain't about to get bullied, and they ain't gonna allow a bully to even approach them like that. That's why, I suggest, hey, try that. Because I know that helped a lot for me, especially me living in the hood. It was like, that could be scary because I fought every day. But guess what? I had fun because they didn't know how to fight and I was just tearing him up. It was like, oh yeah, Dorian got them hands. I don't know if you want to do that. You better leave him alone. I don't care if he got that old wrinkly shirt on. Yeah, I can't get bullied for my messed up clothes because I hit you in the mouth. So I'm telling you, that'll help build confidence. That'll definitely help produce, provide, and protect. Yeah, and you learn that as a kid. You learn that as a child how to protect, how to fight, how to handle yourself. They ain't gonna do nothing but give you confidence. I promise you. So yeah, I mean that's a suggestion. Sports is good too. I play sports to keep them busy. This is the thing I understood. Like looking back at my life now, and that's a lot. I do that a lot. I know I'm still talking. I'm supposed to be off here. I don't know if Miss D went live yet, but looking back at my life now, like a lot of the structure I got that from like playing sports and being involved, and it was kind of put into me, and I didn't use it when I was supposed to, but when my brain fully developed, it started making sense. I drew back on all those old experiences. You know, playing sports it built so much pride and confidence. Structure. It helped me understand like practicing, right? Going on to practice and working hard just to be able to play in the game. It's not hard for me to work hard now. I know the work I put in, I know it's going to be beneficial later. So, get the kids involved in activities because this is the thing I noticed for me growing up. If, if I didn't have a lot of the influences, like as far as the sports and martial arts, I would have got lost in the street. I would have got so deep in there because that was a whole nother influence too. You know, you want to belong to something. That's just human nature. And when we kids, like as kids, we don't quite understand that. As you get to an adult, you begin to understand it. But a kid's desire to belong, not just to your family, but to something that's them. You know, this is how I was thinking as a kid. I want something that's mine. Yeah, I got my family, I belong to that. But what about me? I want to belong to something else. And I had sports, but when I didn't have sports, then I had the streets. I had my boys. You know, and that's something that's a whole different dynamic. You know, yeah, I know who I am at home, but I want my own personality, especially as I get like teenage years. Like I got my own personality. You know, I want to define myself. I want to make my mark. And I couldn't do that at home because that's my mama and my stepdad shit. I want my shit, you know. So that was just me personally. So I can only so as I'm raising my son, I'm gonna be aware of that. Yeah, he might not feel like that, but that's a possibility. So that's something I gotta watch out for. And I can still help him nurture. I can help him establish his own identity outside of what I'm doing with it. Hey, why don't you start a club? You know, but and make sure it's something positive. You know, but I can guide him better. You know, so instead of letting his friends influence him, I already got in my head. I'm gonna have my son influencing other people. That's how I'm. That's how I'm a. You know, that's how I want to raise him. That's how I want to bring. I want him to know at a young age, like, look, it's gonna happen one way or another. Either you go influence, or they go influence you. So why don't you be the influence? I'm gonna teach him from a young age to be a leader, not a follower. I'm already putting that into him at this young age. You know, be a leader, be a leader, be a leader. So that's one way I'm combating. You know, that's just me. Miss T, what up, though? 755 in the building. What up, though? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, let me get off here because I know my sis about to go live. If she ain't live already. Um, I had them hands, Blue. I'm telling you, Blue. Hey, I got tatted on back of my arm, right on back of one of my arms. It say hope, and on the back of my other arm have faith. And this guy said, "What do hope and faith mean?" And I said, "Well, hope I don't hit you with this hand, and have faith I don't hit you with this one." He was like, "It's gonna be a bad ordeal if you use them hands." I was like, "Yeah, it's bad. It's not that good. Like it's not that good, man. Not that good." I got open faith behind them. Have hope you don't get hit with this one. I have faith you don't get hit with the other one. But yeah, I appreciate y'all rocking out, man. Yeah, I didn't drop the link, but yeah, maybe we'll talk about this later. If y'all want to talk about this, man, comment after the video. We can do another video, man. Because this right here, fatherhood, like I said, it's like the greatest gift, man. I'm so uh, one of my goals. And I don't care how crazy it sounds, but I want to be the best father ever, man. You know, I'm working on being the best husband, but I want to be the best father now. You know, I want my kids um, to adore me, man. I do. You know, and that don't mean I'm gonna sell out. You know, I want to teach them the right things, but I want them when they think of their dad, I want them to be proud. You know, and that's not just with me raising them. That mean I got to do the right things too. You know, I can't. You know, I don't want to be a disappointment, you know, to my children. I just know, like, my dad, my mom, they never disappointed me. You know what I'm saying? But I hear that a lot. You know, I see it, I hear it, and I don't want that, not as a parent. So, um, like I said, all this is still learning, still growing, constantly. That's what we constantly doing. You know, it's not about perfection, but progression. So as long as we progressing, then you know, we're doing our best, man. So, you know, if you see another parent out there on the street, you know, encourage them, man. We got to speak life into each other, right? Let's start doing that. Let's start doing that. Look, we know things ain't right and things go wrong, but let's speak life into each other. Let's encourage one another. It's easy to say what someone should do. It's harder to show them how to do it, but it's more beneficial. So let's start being examples. You know, sometimes people just don't know. So instead of shaming them, let's show them. Less shaming, more showing. Let's do that. That's for me. You know, that's for me. and that's for the tribe. That's for the tribe we build. You know, that's how we gonna move. We don't shame one another. We show one another. We gonna help grow one another. You know, that's the moniker for the tribe. That's the foundational piece. It's time. You know, it's time. Look, we all make mistakes. No one's perfect, but it's like I said, it's about progression. Easy to point the finger at somebody, say you're doing this wrong, but like I said, it's harder to show them, but it's more beneficial. So let's start taking the harder routes when it comes to encouraging and bettering one another. When it comes to encouraging bettering ourselves, let's take the harder routes. You know, there's more lessons in them bumps, more lessons in them. Stay on until she go live. Oh, what time she go live? Yeah, for the collective, man. Yeah, you know what, Bill? I'm gonna be a little petty and say that, you know, this world today is sensitive. You say something, people think you're talking to them. Like, nah, I'm talking to my people, man. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to my people. If you want better, you just gotta do better to get better. That's just what it is. Everybody got their own timetable, and like I said, man, I come from the dirt, and I'm still there. You know, just ain't in no mansion. I still got problems. You know, I got bills. I got debt. I still got all that stuff, man. So I ain't about to sit here and shame nobody. You know, it's easy to do that, but we got to start speaking life into one another. You know, the world, life is depressing enough. We see everything is wrong. Okay, we see it. What we gonna do about it? Like, what we gonna do about it? Hey, Hey, we going over to Miss V. So, if y'all don't mind, please go over to Miss V, drop a 9 in the chat, let her know where you came from. We got 10 people in here. We can go show my sis some love. One of the mods I know dropped a link in there. Even if you just stop in and say what up, though, do that. Like I said, let's speak life to one another. A little love ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help 'em. You know, just show a little love. But I appreciate everybody, man. I really do. And I don't know if I'm be back tonight, but I believe the girls coming back tonight. I don't know. Tay, Blue, you going live? I don't know. Blue going live. I know 755. Um, Make sure y'all got the notification bells on. Look at the community tab today. Yeah, I'm sharing out today. So we're gonna show each other love on purpose today. But yeah, go drop a 9 in this V chat for me. I appreciate y'all. We out.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep, move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on this scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.